Hey everyone, this is Joseph Lamagna of Optimal Approach Golf. We're a golf intelligence company helping PGA Tour players maximize their performance. We generate advanced statistics to review with players and their coaches and identify areas of improvement. We help players prepare for particular golf courses. We optimize player schedules. There's a number of things we do to help players reach their full potential. So something that we need to understand, and we spend a lot of time thinking about, is which golf courses on tour test skills in different ways. A lot of people, to do this, will look at past leaderboards. So they may draw a conclusion like, this golf course is the best one on tour for the longest hitters on tour. While there's some merit to looking at it this way, it does have its drawbacks, especially since it's limited in sample size. Also, conditions change. What if a golf course tested length disproportionately because it was very rainy that year and it was wet? What if there was a renovation to the golf course? So the goal of this video is to give you some insight into how we look at it at Optimal Approach Golf. We're focused on what are the features of the golf course and how does the course profile identify talent in different ways. So to do this, I'm using PGA Tour 2K 2021, the game, and there's a design a course feature. So somebody has designed Kapalua Plantation course in Hawaii. This course hosts the Tournament of Champions every January on the PGA Tour. This is actually the next stroke play event that players will be playing. I'm playing hole 7 because this is a hole that represents a lot of the holes on the course and it has some concepts that I want to discuss. So high level at Kapalua, players are hitting driver on almost every hole. Now this is because the fairways are wide and you have to hit a shot very errant to find a penalty area. So as you can see, very wide fairway, and I'd have to hit this way right to find any kind of trouble. Let's go ahead and hit the tee shot.
Great contact, nice swing.
All right, so as you can see, a lot of room here. I could have hit it pretty far left, could have hit it pretty far right, and I'd still be in the fairway. It's also important to note that when every player is hitting driver, players can gain a significant advantage on their competitors if they're longer than the other one. So this is a classic hole where long players like a Dustin Johnson or a Bryson DeChambeau, they could be 20, 30 yards closer to the hole on their second shot than many other players in the field. Now let's look at what it looks like on and around the green. This is a pretty big green, and if you miss the green, it's a lot of short grass and bunkers that aren't particularly challenging to get up and down from. So one way to think about this is to say the difference between a good approach shot, which might end up somewhere like here in the middle of the green, versus a bad approach shot that misses the green, don't have too significant of a difference in the expected score the player is going to make. If this grass were a lot longer, then iron play would be tested more significantly. Let's go ahead and hit this approach shot, and I'm going to try and miss the green. So as you can see, this shot is very far off target. I don't know why he's celebrating that one.
This is our third
All right,
shot.
so despite hitting a shot way off target, I still have a pretty reasonable chance of getting up and down. Let's see where this one ends up. There you go. That's probably about 3 or 4 feet.
And you'll get a par.
So I want you to think about the fact that even though I hit a really bad second shot, I'm still going to make 4, which is the score that a lot of other players will make even if they hit 2, decent shots into this green. They might have hit their approach shot to 20 feet. Now think about what kind of players does this hole favor, and the course more generally. Well, wide fairways, hitting driver everywhere, not too penal of misses on your second shot, on your approach shot. This should benefit a long hitter, and it might be somebody who's not as good with their iron play. Now, I'm not suggesting that bad iron play has an advantage over good iron play, but what I am saying is if somebody is a bad iron player, they're probably strong in other areas, or else they wouldn't be on the PGA Tour. And so some of those other skill sets may show up this week, especially since the bad iron shots aren't going to be penalized as much. So who's a player that fits that definition? Cameron Champ. He's one of the longest players on the PGA Tour, and he's not known for his iron play. Cameron Champ has actually played in this event each of the last 3 years, so he's played each hole 12 times. What do you think his best hole has been at this golf course relative to his competitors? It's been hole 7. In fact, he's one of 2 players who's birdied this hole at least 4 times in the last 3 years. Justin Thomas is the other player. What's one of Cameron Champ's other best holes on this course? It's hole 1, which actually fits a pretty similar profile. There are only a handful of holes on the PGA Tour that are over 500-yard par 4s, but play under par frequently. Hole 1 and hole 7 are some of those holes, especially because errant misses aren't penalized very significantly on the approach shot. So there you go. I hit a couple bad shots, still made par. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something from it. If you don't mind, share it with somebody who you think might appreciate it. If people like it, we'll do more of these in the future. For more information, or if you're interested in contacting us, you can go to my Substack, findingtheedge.substack.com. I'll leave the URL in the YouTube bio. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed the video.